NBL Select in Game 2. Well, last night was quite an exciting game. NBL Select, of course, did finish victorious, and Kyle Adnam, you can see just coming off the bus there, leading this team to victory, having a magnificent second half and shooting very well from the three-point line. Well, this is the B.LEAGUE Global Invitational 2025 edition, a new collaboration in which the B.LEAGUE is now opening up to international leagues, and this year we see the very best from the Australian NBL come here to compete and try to exemplify the true meaning of Australian basketball. Well, what we saw last night, of course, was a very inspiring performance from B.LEAGUE United. They went up by as many as 7 points in the first quarter, but it was the rebounding count that did hurt this team. The Australians came out very hungry, very aggressive, and thus left with a victory. And although we saw 2 spirited comebacks from B.LEAGUE United, it just wasn't enough. Well, this magnificent arena, the Open House Arena, is home to the Guma Crane Thunders, a team in the Eastern Conference of the B.LEAGUE who did make it to the playoffs this past season. And there you saw Kazuki Hosokawa, one of their key star players. Of course, that young man did have quite a good game yesterday, but wasn't enough. And there's Takuto Nakamura. Takuto Nakamura, 2024 B.LEAGUE champion with the Hiroshima Dragonflies, unfortunately did foul out. And there's Asano. He will play in this arena next season for the Guma Crane Thunders. Well, Ikeda of the Amori Watts, but there is KT Imamura. Of course, made it to 3 B.LEAGUE finals with the Ruku Golden Kings, winning in 2023. And tonight, it's going to be a big test for him. He only had 5 points yesterday. Well, they're going to expect bigger and better things from the 2 B.LEAGUE champions. And now we'll look at the highlights from yesterday's game. Well, I think the key thing tonight for this game, of course, is to ensure that they control the tempo. NBL Select didn't have the best night from the three-point line in the first half, and there was, of course, one of their threes. Well, this team did play with a lot of confidence. There's no doubt about it, no question. But the thing for them is maintaining that aggressiveness when trying to prevent NBL Select from coming up with relentless rebounding. That time, Sunday Dech, South Sudanese international player, getting the 2 points, but here was another aggressive move. Many times we saw in the first half, points in the paint simply just went in favor of the NBL Select. Well, Angus Glover, of course, another player that did get into double figures, and here's Takuto Nakamura with the deep three-pointer to 9 seconds on the shot clock. Because he was terrific. Well, there was KT Imamura. This spurred on a 5-0 run. This was at the beginning of the, at the end of the first half. And that's on a nice dime. Finding Kaishu, led them with 17 points, 6 rebounds, formerly of the Chiba Jets, but now this season playing at Tokyo United. And Angus Glover, well, he had a good night from the perimeter, as already mentioned. But it was Kyle Adnam's second half, just simply took matters into his own hands. Well, there was a three-pointer by Kaishu, Marcus Tobin. Quite an inspiring performance. Remember, he was with the Chiba Jets, and after going to B3 to play with Tokyo United, they couldn't handle Angus Glover. His three-point shooting did prove to be a big difference in the second half. The 2-time NBL champion winning with the Sydney Kings in 22 and 23. And even with the 4 three-pointers by Kazuki Hosokawa, it just wasn't enough here. Hosokawa's 4th and final three-pointer coming off the bank. Well, both teams did manage to end up with 9 three-point field goals. Both of them were below 30% at the end of the first half. Because that did change drastically, but you look at the rebound count, 15 offensive boards, 48 collectively. Well, 37 points was coming inside the paint here for NBL Select. And that was a monumental difference. But again, I think many fans are going to be looking forward to the words of Marcus Tobin. He felt they'll be better today, and he said, "Watch us for our victory." Very big words from the young player from Honolulu, Hawaii. Well, DJ Mitchell, he was a very versatile player, 3 stretch 4. Can't play the two spot as well, but his defense and his tempo of play was simply exhilarating last night. Well, Marcus Tobin led those scorers with 17. Kaishu, as we like to call him. 12 points coming from Takuto Nakamura. Well, the homegrown player, Kazuki Hosokawa, of course, will be returning to this arena next year to play for the Gumacrane Thunders. Both Kyle Adnam and Angus Glover led the way, a combined total of 27 points. Sunday Dech was 1 point away from becoming the third NBL Select player to get into double figures. Of course, the great thing about Sunday Dech, we're probably going to see him represent his national team this summer at the 2025 FIBA Afrobasket in Luanda, Angola. So this is great preparation for him as well. Well, Will Baker, currently a free agent after leaving the NBA G League last season, had 10 rebounds, didn't quite get 10 points, but he started the first quarter with 7. This is a great opportunity for him to show his talent. Genovia Smith finishing with 9 boards, while Peatling, along with DJ Mitchell, led the rebounding with NBL Select. Josh Bannon last season playing in France's Pro A, the LMB for CSP Limoges. Because he struggled, he felt he may have not have gotten some of the calls he would have liked to have gotten in the first half of the game, but collectively, NBL Select's defense, it was tough to break down. Well, Takuto Nakamura and Matt Peatling leading the way both with 4 assists. Well, it's going to be another game. It's actually Mason Peatling, my apologies. A terrific player, Mason Peatling, originally from Melbourne in Australia, played at Eastern Washington, started with the Dandenong Rangers in the NBL, and has never played professional basketball outside. 2-time NBL champion, Peatling, winning in 2021 and 2025. Well, there's your roster for B.LEAGUE United. 2 B.LEAGUE champions in the case of KT Imamura, Takuto Nakamura as well. While Ikeda plays in B2 with Amori Watts, we talked about Marcus Tobin playing in B3 for Tokyo United. Troy Murphy Jr. was on the bench earlier. Don't know if he's active tonight. Now remember, number 14 Asano also will play for Gumacrane Thunders in this arena. On the 2 imports, Genovia Smith and, of course, Will Baker as well, which does leave this team with a very good balance. Tonight, they know their goal is they've got to match up to the physicality of the rebounding from NBL Select. Well, very soon we are going to take a look at the lineup here for NBL Select. And again, the one player who probably is going to be a key difference maker tonight will either be Josh Bannon or in the likes of Sunday Dech. Now, of course, a terrific performance as mentioned from both Angus Glover and Kyle Adnam. I mean, they really did set the tone in the second half with the 3-point shooting. And here's some replays of Marcus Tobin. Kaishu, 17 points. Because he was 2 out of 3 from the perimeter. Wasn't able to get a lot of playing time this season at the Lala Bay Tokyo Arena for the Chiba Jets. And that's why he went on loan. Averaging 8 points in B3. Very exciting prospect. Homegrown player, born and raised in Honolulu, Hawaii. Well, Marcus Tobin takes his heritage of being both American and from Japan through his parents. Of course, he played at McCook Community College very shortly before coming to Japan to finish his education. Started with the Shiga Lakes in 2021, before having 1 season, played 21 games for Kyoto Hanades. But it didn't take long for John Patrick, then head coach of Chiba Jets, to make that change and sign him up. Because it was on February 25th in which Marcus Tobin, Kaishu, did go on loan to Tokyo United in B3. 23 games, averaging 8 points. Now he has the opportunity to kind of show the Chiba Jets that he could be ready next season. Who knows? Well, the B.LEAGUE fans, the Australian fans who've made the long journey here to the Guma Prefecture, the city of Ota. NBL Select, of course. Many of these players, it's a great pathway for them because you get a chance to see the elite players of Japanese basketball with B.LEAGUE United, but also the elite and upcoming, and some even veteran players Coach Simon Mitchell did say in a pre-game interview yesterday that they have a balance. Young players, players in their prime, not quite anybody in the veteran years, but a good opportunity for some of these talented players to potentially be scouted as import players here in B1, B2, or B3. While the NBL is a great stepping stone to try and make it to the NBA, is which Coach Simon obviously said yesterday, it's also an opportunity for many of these players to maybe look at other pathways, other avenues. Well, there's your lineup, of course. The one player who did not see as much action last night was Spurgeon. Now, he didn't get into the lineup. Now, he is one of their younger players at 21 years of age, but a terrific performance from both Sunday Dech and, of course, Akich Alir. But the key talking point will be in the backcourt. Kyle Adnam, he will be the go-to point guard from Melbourne, Australia. Started his career with the Adelaide 36ers, but also you got to give credit to Angus Glover, originally from Wollongong, New South Wales. His two-time NBL champion with the Sydney Kings in 22 and 23. But DJ Mitchell as well, his defense, his explosiveness will be impressive. Now you have to remember, DJ Mitchell, originally from Melbourne, has actually had experience playing in Europe. He played for Śląsk Wrocław, because that was in the Euro Cup. He also played last season for Manchester Basketball. Now was in the newly formed Super League Basketball in the United Kingdom. Well, exciting times, because there are other import players they do have tonight. They do have the likes of Todd Withers, because Todd Withers originally from Greensboro, North Carolina. Currently had last season playing with the Otago Nuggets. It's the second time playing. He also has experience playing in the FIBA Basketball Champions League with Dara Shafaka. That was when he played in Turkey. And also briefly in the NBA G League with the Texas Legends. And Adnam is going to be the one to look out for. 14 points. Just a very intelligent point guard. And the thing that made him so dangerous yesterday is that he knows how to create his own shot off the dribble. Just the ball movement from NBL Select was very crisp, very sharp. And they managed to find ways to get open. Although they didn't have a good three-point shooting night in the first half. They picked it up with 6 of them made in the second half. Many of them coming from Kyle Adnam. Well, Adnam just so effective using those ball screens. And aggressively getting inside the paint. That time unable to get the and one. Well, he was their leading scorer, followed up by Angus Glover. The question is tonight, can Coach Simon Mitchell's players replicate that same success in last night's victory to come out with 2 wins here at the B.LEAGUE 2025 Global Invitational? Well, everything got, in my experience of calling international basketball, the one thing I've noticed about the Australians, everything starts with the defense. They press you, they go man-to-man, they deny, they try to force you into areas that either put you into tough, low-percentage shots, or they try to make you turn it over. And the thing about the Australians, every transition is so meticulous, so very well organized. I was having this conversation last summer with one of the greatest coaches in Australian basketball, Rob Beveridge. Of course, formerly head coach of the IBL champions in Indonesia, Pelita Jaya. The thing he mentioned about Australian basketball, it's a go-after-it mentality. They play because it matters, because they want it. Whether it's the national team or whether it's NBL, whenever you see a ball on the floor, a loose ball, you know that every player with an Australian passport is going to be diving on the ground, but also the intelligence of the game. And I think the success of the national team at the FIBA Asia Cup is very self-exemplary. And they'll be heavy favorites. There's head coach Simon Mitchell. Well, very experienced coach. Started as an assistant coach in 2015 with Melbourne United. Of course, had his last season with Melbourne United in 2019. Then became the head coach of Southeast Melbourne Phoenix in 2019 up until 2023. And that's another thing, Australia, they just develop so many elite basketball coaches. Rob Beveridge, of course, is one of them. He was now almost like a sensei of international basketball. Great teacher. Well, there are referees for tonight's game. Well, very proud to say we have 3 of the very finest who've done a magnificent job in all of our leagues from B1 to B3. And they'll continue to do so tonight here for the 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. Well, now, fans, we are going to introduce our key players for tonight's game as we are in the prefecture of Gunma, the city of Ota, at the Open House Arena, home of the Gunma Crane Thunders. We are going to enjoy the local entertainment. We'll introduce key players, and then we'll also look at the starting lineups for tonight's teams. Well, Coach Simon Mitchell, of course, making a few changes as he shakes hands with Coach Mizuno of B.LEAGUE United. But there you have your starting 5 tonight for the NBL Select, looking to go 2-0 here at the B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. But now let's introduce and enjoy the local entertainment here in the city of Ota at the Open House Arena. B.LEAGUE United will introduce their key players. Well, there you have it, fans. Starting lineups have been announced. Troy Murphy Jr. will be in the starting lineup. Marcus Tobin will also be in there, so he's going to have to go up against Mason B.LEAGUE. Alangus Glover, who had a better night from the three-point line, he'll go up against B.LEAGUE champion KT Mamora. Will Baker will have his hands full against Josh Bannon. Troy Murphy Jr. as well. Well, it's going to be an exciting matchup. Game 2 of the 2025 B.LEAGUE Invitational. I'll be interested to see if it's a similar start from this game. Remember, B.LEAGUE United did have the lead in the first quarter by 7 points. Well, whether that became the same outcome tonight, that will be the question. Both sets of players from 2 very elite leagues, as now we get this one underway. Well, Nakamura on the Hiroshima Dragonflies, bumping in the lane, trying to find Baker, but good drop defense. Well, that culminates in a turnover, I think, so right idea, but the Australians drop defense. Every time we saw this with a B.LEAGUE United pick and roll, they clogged the lane so tough. It's now NBL Select. Didn't get the first 2 points yesterday and didn't take the lead until the end of the first quarter. That's better defense. But can B.LEAGUE United pull full steam ahead? Mamora. Now finding Tobin. Tobin bumps, goes in the lane. No foul called. Well, both teams getting good looks inside the paint early on. Well, there's the handoff. McDaniel now looking to get it back. Goes back door, and he misses from point-blank range. Well, that was good execution, but McDaniel should be able to finish that one. Now finding Tobin. Pump fakes originally, now getting the first 2 points. We led yesterday in scoring with 17. The assist coming from Takuto Nakamura. And there's the backdoor play, but another missed layup. Wow. Twice we've seen NBL Select throw away 2 good chances. Baker now trying to go in the paint. Draws the foul. I believe that one's going to be called on the ground. He's a terrific player, but I think where he's going to have to learn to adapt to the style of the B.LEAGUE if he is going to sign in the B.LEAGUE. Remember, he is a free agent. As that is a big, he's going to have to play a lot of pick and pop basketball. Because when he receives it on the perimeter, it's one area that he's not possesses very strongly, and that is the ability to take on other posts. What's going to remain B.LEAGUE United ball. McDaniel unable to come up with the steal. Not a lot of time here for B.LEAGUE United. Nakamura goes in, avoids the block, but can't get it. Good rim protection by Josh Bannon. Oh, great take. Count it. And Mason B.LEAGUE will go to the free throw line. That is a big difference between these 2 teams. NBL Select just have so many bigs that can't put the ball on the floor. A good move in the end by Mason B.LEAGUE. Now we'll go to the charity stripe. He's unable to convert the 3-point play. Baker. That time throwing it away. The NBL Select play still putting on the pressure even when they don't get the rebound. NBL Select looking to take the lead. Now Bannon down the middle, goes in, finishes with a strong move. And that's what I'm talking about, 208 centimeters. But this man can slash at the bucket. Well, Baker made 1-3 yesterday, unable to get this one. Rebound's been secured, and now NBL Select quickly get into their press breakers. A lot of dribble handoffs we saw in the offense. A lot of high ball screens. Bannon kicks out. They'll go for another 3. And the shot selection is good, but they don't have the That time coming from Mitch Norton. They don't have the consistency in being able to convert them. Now Baker looking for an ISO. Goes for a step back on the baseline. That's way off the mark. Now Bannon wants to go the length of the floor. Goes in, but a foul has been given, so Josh Bannon will go to the free throw line. And even there, Bannon coming up with the rebound. Having played the defense against Will Baker, just going the length of the floor by himself. Well, Josh Bannon started at the Australian Institute of Sport, AIS, or the BA Center of Excellence, as many like to call it. His first time with the Brisbane Bullets. Briefly played in the NCAA. Before that with the University of Montana. And last season, actually played in France's French Pro LNB for one of the most historic teams in the European basketball, CSP Limoges. He makes the second free throw. Two-possession lead early on here for NBL Select. Memora finds space. Well, those are the shots you'll see him take as Genovia Smith subs into the game. And now NBL Select want to run. Quick transition. Open three. Up. Bang! And I said this yesterday. Australian transition basketball. It's quick, it's sharp, it's meticulous, and it's very lethal. That time getting the open three-pointer. Mitchell was wide open. Well, DJ Mitchell. Last season playing in Manchester in the United Kingdom. Well, many would dub that D'Antoni basketball. I just call that Aussie rules. That is Aussie rules hoops. Rebound, quick transition, quick outlet, and a wide open look. Timeout's been called. We'll be back in just under 1 minute. Well, 7-point lead currently to NBL Select, B.LEAGUE United have got to find some better rhythm in their offense. Couple of perimeter looks. Well, there's one. It's contested, but no problem in the end. Beautifully tucked away. This time Troy Murphy Jr. off the Sonaraka Shibuya making that three-pointer. Good defense. Now coming up with a loose ball. Nakamura looking to push this one. Well, the wing denial defense by NBL Select trying to disrupt the offense. But a foul has been given. And that's probably the best offense in terms of movement, because every time we've seen, well, most of the time I should say, B.LEAGUE United do get stuck in this case with whoever gets the ball. The other four players very stagnant, very static. A few more dribble handoffs, a few more high screens. Well, Kyle Adnan, the leading scorer for NBL Select, subbing into the game. He had 14 yesterday. Well, DJ Mitchell also into the lineup. It was actually McDaniel who made the three. Nice move in the end, but unable to finish. Coming up with it, Tobin drives a jump hook. And in the end, inadvertently tipped in. I don't know if Genovia Smith made that. Well, nonetheless, cutting it down to 2-point difference. Glover makes a penetration. Finds Mitchell. Three in the corners up. No good. Nakamura trying to push this one. Nowhere to go, almost turning it over. Disappointing transition by B.LEAGUE United. Nobody making the effort to run with Nakamura. But Troy Murphy Jr. drawing the foul. Asano comes into the game. Remember, this arena will be his home next season when he plays for the Guma Crane Thunders. Todd Withers also into lineup. Nakamura still has it. He's now we're under 10. Three by Asano off the bench and makes it. Well, Troy Murphy Jr., excuse me, now with his second three. Murphy Jr. not renowned for being a primary three-point shooter when he plays for Shibuya. With two early threes, now giving B.LEAGUE United the lead. They led by as many as 7 in the first quarter. Bannon pick and pop, fires. B.LEAGUE United doing a better job of keeping NBL Select off the offensive rebounds. Nakamura, nice dive, finds Smith. Smith draws a foul. That's intelligent play by Smith because that could have easily been called a jump ball violation because I'd say that was good defense by DJ Mitchell. But what Smith does is, though he has more possession, he throws himself up as if he's going for a shot, and that gives the official no choice but to make the call. Amori Watts, Ikeda subbing into the lineup for the first time. Well, Smith makes them both. He's never played his high school basketball in Toronto, Ontario. Kazuki Hosokawa subbing into the game. Steve Moore going to the bench. He'll take a breather. Sunday Detch, now with the ball in his hands, also subbing in. The man who played for South Sudan at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in the Philippines. Bannon kicks out. Adam can tie things up, and he does just that. You don't leave him wide open. Made 2 3-pointers yesterday in the second half when he led them with 14. Keda kicks out. Hosokawa penetrates. Goes off the bank. Restoring the 2-point cushion. Quite a better tempo. Bannon fakes a handoff. Goes in. I think he tried to dunk it but may have lost his balance. But tough move by Josh Bannon. Backdoor plays. Now Murphy goes in. Well, Murphy gave it a one-handed jam. Now he's got 8 points. The assist coming from Ikeda. The movement off the ball today has been better from B.LEAGUE United. Adam now finds an opening. Wants to find DJ Mitchell. He'll fire a 3. Not going to go. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. B.LEAGUE United leading by 2 points. This was the stage of the game when NBL Select started to assert their authority yesterday. He's made 2 threes, and he makes a third one. Troy Murphy Jr. is on fire at the moment. He's got 11 points. He is cooking. Simon Mitchell calling timeout. His team down by 5 with 2:58 to go here in the first quarter. We're live in the Guma Prefecture in the city of Ota, the open house arena, the home of the Guma Crane Thunders. But right now, Shibuya Sun Rockets superstar Troy Murphy Jr. making it rain from downtown. We'll be back in just under 1 minute. Well, coming back for the timeout, there's a backdoor play. Good rejection by Smith. Well, can they level the same lead they had yesterday in the first quarter, 7 points? Iketa's got to kick this one out. And the three-point, they go for it. Draws another foul. That's good now for B.LEAGUE United because there will be 2 free throws coming up. Well, NBL Select, very similar to what we saw yesterday in the first quarter. Going through a bit of a storm at the moment. Foul's going to be called against DJ Mitchell. Well, Yuichi Iketa missing the first free throw, did miss 2 at the end of the fourth quarter. He's got to be able to make these free throws. Currently plays for the Amori Watts. Second one good, extending their lead. Because last season was a 70% free throw shooter. Season prior to that, he was 64. His best free throw shooting was his rookie year in 21. He was a 78% free throw shooter, but he's got to be able to improve. Adnan penetrates, finds Sunday Detch. Made 2 threes yesterday, now makes another one. Well, Sunday Detch. This was 2 for 5 yesterday. Made 2 crucial three-pointers in the fourth quarter for NBL Select. Now getting that first one. Smith's able to prevent the turnover. Wasakawa made 4. He'll fire one. Everything flying in at the moments for B.LEAGUE United. Well, you don't want him to get on fire. It could be a problem. He's that kind of player. But a good response in the end. Zaki Chalir. They're just cutting it back down to 3 points. Both teams getting good looks and better percentages from the three-point line. Smith looks to penetrate. Goes in for a tough one, but that's good defense by Alid. That's going to be a turnover. Just say it to the official. Mason Peatland said, what? Come on. Well, come on. I was fouled. I was going out of bounds. Coach Mizuno subbing back in KT Mamora. I think probably identifying his team is starting to make more three-pointers, and what better way than to have all your three-point shooters on the floor. So Sano will go to the bench. Another unnecessary foul by Kyle Adnan, but not the worst foul because, as we said, sending a man who's 70% from the free throw line. Well, Yuichi Iketa last season played 56 games for the Amori Watts. He averaged just under 13 points, but also just under 9 assists. This is a 49% field goal shooter. It's only been the free throw shooting that has let him down. Still a very elite player, no doubt about it. Well, he's 50% tonight. 80 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Sunday Detch turning it over. 4-point lead to B.LEAGUE United. Sakawa made his first three. Doesn't get this one. And Smith battles for the offensive board. And Sakawa goes for another one. But B.LEAGUE United can't get into a case where everything has to live and die from the perimeter. It's good defense by Smith. Alia goes in for the follow-up, and here is where NBL Select punished him yesterday. Second chance points, offensive rebounding. The defense was good, but the offense, well, it was just much more hungry. Nice take by Iketa. Kicks out. Imamura. He made one yesterday. He can't get this one. Nine seconds difference. Spanish pick and roll. And it's read very well. Now B.LEAGUE United can have the final play. Imamura has the ball in his hands. 5 left. Imamura goes in for the circus shot. That's not going to go. No foul called, and that's the end of the first quarter. With B.LEAGUE United, very similar to yesterday. A slender advantage against NBL Select. Well, we're going to go for 2 minutes. We will return for the second half. The B.LEAGUE Global Invitational 2025. NBL Select from Australia against B.LEAGUE United from Japan. We'll be back momentarily. Welcome back, basketball fans. 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. We're live here in the Guma Prefecture at the Open House Arena in the city of Ota, the home of the Guma Crane Thunders. NBL Select trailing by 2 points against B.LEAGUE United. A 3-pointer would give NBL Select the lead. They've had some good looks. There's a penetration. The foul is going to be called on the ground. Now coming off one screen. As the penetration goes in, but he's unable to get the @1. But a great move by Mason Peatling. Well, you know he's going to go to his left. You got to force him right. It's as simple as that. Foul's going to be called against Kaishu. Oh, no. It's on Asano, excuse me. Well, Mason Peatling now at the free throw line. Was played at Beacons Hills College in Melbourne before going to the NCAA, where he had 4 years with Eastern Washington. 2-time NBL champion in his rookie season. Well, no, excuse me, it was with Melbourne United. He actually started his rookie year with Dandenong Rangers and then recently won the B.LEAGUE championship with them. Genovia Smith, fresh out of the NCAA. Now having to play bigger, more substantial minutes than yesterday. There's a penetration. And the bank's open. Nice move by Keita Imamura. Threes haven't been dropping for him so far here in the B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. Looking at him attack the bucket, it's much better. Bannon trying to go in the paint. Nice dive, finds B.LEAGUE. That's too much help side, but the weak side not coming down to recover and drop down. Still 2 points of difference. Imamura trying to work the pick and roll. Smith going for the tough one. Way off the mark. And now coming up with a loose ball. And Imamura jumped in the air, and that time was being closed out defensively. As now we're leveled up 26 apiece. Nice transition as Glover finishes. That's the thing with NBL Select. If you turn it over, if you make mistakes, they'll make you pay. If you get things right, they'll still make you pay. Nakamura still has the ball in his hands. Now finds the three. It's up, and he buries it. Takuto Nakamura. The man who led the way in the backcourt for the Hiroshima Dragonflies in the B.LEAGUE Championship in 2024. Now Bannon tries to go inside the paint. Well, B.LEAGUE having to work for the offensive boards. That's much better work by Marcus Tobin. And the NBL Select simply dominated yesterday with second chance points. Trey Murphy Jr., leading scorer in the game tonight, coming back in. Post entry to Smith. Double team comes. B.LEAGUE United kick out. And Nakamura fakes the pass. Now Murphy with 11. This is much better than contesting for offensive rebounds. Well, Genovia Smith went for it, but it fell into the hands of Marcus Tobin. And B.LEAGUE United a little bit more aggressive today against NBL Select as Glover fires a three and again silences the run. And he makes that look easy. But how easy was it for Angus Glover to receive the dribble handoff, to get his feet set for an open three? Murphy working to pick and roll. Sato hangs in the air. That time it was well defended. Smith trying to put on the pressure. It goes out of bounds. NBL Select will retain this. Well, he's been more aggressive today. You got to love. He's really going after in terms of battling for the offensive boards. NBL Select looking to tie this game up. Maybe take the lead with a three-pointer. McDaniels know where to go. In between two players. A tough finish. So Sam McDaniel. This man felt there was a bit of contact on that move, but nonetheless finished with no problem. Nakamura getting the switch. Imamura puts up a tough three and finally gets one. Now, can that spur his confidence on? Give him the belief in this game. Extending it back to a three-point lead. Glover working diligently. Bannon goes in. Bannon doesn't quite have the elevation, but what he has is the IQ. Sets his hand off quick. Look how he rolls into space. That time, Genovia Smith, well, it's too late to pick up because then you got to rely on either Nakamura to come in and help, which at that point, if you do, then you got a wide open kick out to the perimeter. Kyle Adnam coming in. That's the thing about defending the pick and roll here in international basketball. You either hedge, switch. Anytime you play drop defense, especially against a group of good players like, or great players like NBL Select, you become at their mercy. Substitution coming in. Aaliyah checking back in. A provisional substitution. And Josh Bannon goes to the bench. Will Baker coming back into the lineup for B.LEAGUE United. Nakamura going to Baker. Oh, good hands on defense. McDaniel comes up with it. But good recovery now goes out of bounds. But NBL Select will retain this. And that is just reading a dribble handoff offense to perfection. There's a bull screen. Watch McDaniel here. Just puts his hand in the cookie jar. That's good recovery by Troy Murphy Jr., but I don't know, actually. Did that take a last touch off of McDaniel or Troy Murphy Jr.? Quick three by Glover. Made his last one. Can't get this one. Still a 2-point cushion here for B.LEAGUE United. Almost halfway to go in the second quarter. Limamura finds Nakamura. And another turnover. Now it's a 3-on-2. Glover's got numbers. But in the end, turns it up well. Genovia Smith inadvertently turns it back over. So NBL Select are going to get this one back. It's a 3-on-2 here. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Maybe the humidity level's quite high because I just felt like he just left his hands. Nice take by B.LEAGUE. Can't finish. Well, that should be easy, slim pickings for him, but failing to capitalize inside the paint. Nakamura made his last three. Now fires another one. And now giving them that 5-point lead yet again. His second three tonight. It's easy to forget that he's only 24 years old. At this time made. Nice take by Angus Glover. That time going to his right hand. Oh, just another careless turnover. I think a foul is going to be called, which, if it's a foul, it's going to be the fourth and final team foul against B.LEAGUE United. Let's have a look here. That's definitely a foul on KZ Mamora, there's no doubt. Under 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. Ghost screen set by Alin. Adnam penetrates. There's a final foul. So 2 free throws coming up for Kyle Adnam. We like the ghost screen action with Alin. Right there, it's a quick ghost screen, and then the penetration by Adnam. That time the foul is on to Kuto Nakamura. It's Kyle Adnam. Man from Melbourne, Victoria. Started with the Adelaide 36ers. Because 2018 NBL champion when he played for the Nelson Giants. Because Nelson Giants, one of the few NBL teams that do play in New Zealand. Because did spend a little bit of time playing in Romania for BC CSU Sibiu. FIBA Europe Cup team that did try to contest and contend in the FIBA Basketball Champions League, but unable to do so that year. Over 4 minutes left. Tie game at 37. Well, again, it's just becoming turnover after turnover now. B.LEAGUE United failing to take care of it. Sunday Detch, another three. Jones Towers with a rebound. Trying to go quickly here to Baker. Baker's got to post up. Pump fakes. He's going to get called for a traveling violation. Good call, but simply tough defense by Ake Chalira. Sasano comes back in for B.LEAGUE United. As well as Ikeda. Well, Yuichi Ikeda has had some prominence so far here in this game, but you know, they need somebody in the backcourt to take care of the basketball. It's been too many costly turnovers. Adnam now look for the backdoor play. Glover goes to tough fadeaway. Offensive rebound. B.LEAGUE United, no fouls to give. That's better hustle, but they've got to remember with 3:20, they can't just be committing fouls here, because the late great Kobe Bryant used to say you can work as hard as you want, but you have to work smart. But you like the hustle here from Will Baker. But stress what I say. What they don't want to do is send NBL Select to the charity stripe. Don't allow them to build a margin from the free throw line. Adnam pump fakes. Or from the perimeter. KA from downtown. Second three of the night for Kyle Adnam. He's flying with confidence here in the moments. B.LEAGUE United led by as many as 5 here in the first half. Just struggling to build that offense here in the moment. Baker's got to take a tough step back. Well, Adnam actually has 5 points. His previous three-pointer we thought was a 2-point. Had his foot in the line. Another offensive rebound. Glover's made one tonight. Not get this one. What's definitely undeniable is that there's been a lot of second chances falling into the way of NBL Select, specifically in the last few minutes. Sunday Detch, and that's not too much of a concern. It's only the first team foul against NBL Select here in the third quarter. Second quarter, excuse me. My apologies. Well, Sam McDaniel back in the lineup. Ikeda. He was hoping that Hasakawa would flash high, but he's got to do better than that. I mean, Hasakawa is your three-point shooter. You want to get the ball to him when he's open, but it's on quite a mental blunder. Genovia Smith stepping back into the lineup. Remember, 24 years of age, fresh out of the NCAA. NBL Select lead by 3. They'll have to build some momentum here before the end of the first half. Nice kick out. Detch, 3 contested. That's a good offense. Now the transition attack coming from B.LEAGUE United. They can level things up. Oh, great work in the end. Hasakawa unable to finish the putback. That's a good offensive rebound, but those are the ones you've got to be able to make there. It could have been a 1-point deficit. But Adnam now makes it a 2-possession ball game. 8-point sign for Kyle Adnam. Well, it's just another. Oh no, they keep this one alive. Time is winding down. Sunday Detch defense. Disrupt the Ikeda. Now 6-iffy Mamora. Mamora's got to penetrate under pressure. Now draws a foul against Adnam, so now they have a chance to build something on this. Well, a timeout is going to be called. Kyle Adnam picking up his second personal foul. NBL Select lead by 5 with 1:04, and then we come back. There will be 2 free throws coming up for Keita Imamura. This is the 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. Kyle Adnam so far with 8 points. Right now, causing problems for B.LEAGUE United's defense. Well, free throws coming up for KT Mamora. A chance to cut this down to a 3-point deficit. Mamora's had some good looks so far, because he did struggle yesterday. Well, Mamora sent the B-League into shock when he left Ruku Golden Kings at the end of 2 seasons ago. Because originally from the north of Japan, in Niigata, did start his career with Niigata Albirex in 2017 when they were in B1. Because he transferred to the southern island of Okinawa, where he played 4 seasons with the Ruku Golden Kings. Final season, he averaged 12.7 points per game, but it's been a good transfer. He's averaging 13 this year for Nagoya. Potential 2-for-1 coming up here for NBL Select. Adams got 8. Can't finish, goes out of bounds. And NBL Select will get it back now. 2 seconds left here on the shot clock. B-League United don't want to foul. That would send NBL Select to the free throw line. Well, 24-second violation. Might be one of the few times that NBL Select couldn't quite execute at the level we're used to seeing them do so. NBL Select do have fouls to give. They're leading by 4. Ikeda. Well, there's another foul. Asakawa was actually wide open. That one's going to be called against Sam Mitchell. That's his second personal. There's a pick and pop. Smith pulls up inside the key. Can't get it. Time now for NBL Select. Leading by 4. Can they build on this one? We know this is going to be a bull screen, probably with either Bannon. Yep, Bannon and Adnam. Banny coming up for the screen. He's made 2 threes. Let's look at this one. Offensive rebounds. And that is what I call Aussie capital punishments. And that is the same case scenario as yesterday. NBL Select going after offensive boards and B-League United getting punished. Well, both teams have been magnificent here in the first half, but if you want to beat NBL Select, you've got to keep them off of second chance points. They've had 18 bench points tonight. NBL Select 7 second chance points. And in total, 18 points in the paints. Well, it's halftime. We're going to take a break for 15 minutes, and we'll be back for the second half of the 2025 B-League Global Invitational.
The 2012 DFC World Final Champion, DJ Izzo Halftime Show. Iso.
B リーググローバルインビテーショナル2025 B リーグユナイテッド vs NBL セレクトゲームズにご来場いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。ここで本日の試合にご協賛いただいているマッチスポンサーの皆様をご紹介させていただきます。トップパートナー株式会社チゲのエースとオフィシャルパートナー株式会社鈴木輸送サービス、サポートパートナー須永鉄工株式会社、サポートパートナー株式会社新鮮サポートパートナーハイサオ船橋店、以上5社の皆様のご協賛で実施いたします。ご支援誠にありがとうございます。
歓声もブーイングも全て応援する気持ちだった。思い出したのは初めてのシュートに歓喜した瞬間、思わずガッツポーズした瞬間、隣の席の人と喜びを分かち合った瞬間、思い出したのよ、一瞬のミスで巻き返された瞬間、納得のいかない流れに苛立つ瞬間、感情に任せて相手を気なしたくなる瞬間、歓声もブーイングも全て応援する気持ちだった。その気持ちはあなたの応援が本気だという証拠。でもどんな瞬間も忘れてはいけないリスペクトの気持ち。バスケットボールは関わる誰しもがお互いをリスペクトし認め合い高め合うことができるスポーツだ。どうかその応援が人を傷つけるのではなく多くの笑顔を生み出す応援でありますように。チアービススマイル、チアービスリスペクト。
ここで B リーグ
Agnes Lover.
Well, there you have the highlights from the first half, and so far it is advantage 6 points to NBL Select. Welcome, everybody, live here at the Open House Arena in the Guma Prefecture in the city of Ota for the 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. Well, B.LEAGUE United currently 7 out of 15 from the perimeter, but the key area that has hurt them indeed has been the turnovers. Well, they led by as many as 5 points, but, you know, in that second quarter, they accumulated 5 more turnovers, which takes them up to 7. They have 10 points inside the paint, but they've given away 20 with 9 second chance points going to NBL Select. Well, the one area of improvement tonight for B.LEAGUE United has been the rebounding. Both teams equal, and B.LEAGUE United actually have one more offensive board. They've got to learn to take care of the basketball, though, because NBL Select, you can definitely see the defensive tenacity with these Australian players. Well, they've been terrific tonight. Led by Josh Bannon, who has 10, as well as Kyle Adden, and both players combined total of 20. Trey Murphy Jr. has 11. All of those 11 points did come in the first quarter. Will Baker, 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 0 points. While both the B.LEAGUE champions, Takuto Nakamura and Keita Imamura, have 6 points each. Well, Nakamura does have 4 assists for that matter. He's actually leading the game in assists at the moment. Well, Genovia Smith has been very good today, 5 rebounds. Probably what they want from him is maybe a little bit more points inside the paint. Because he does have 4. He's 1 for 5 from the field with 2 free throws. Well, it's an exciting collaboration, the B.LEAGUE Global Invitational, happening every summer. There's now a great bridge being built between the federations of Japan and Australia, showcasing some of the up-and-coming elite talent. With also experienced, in the case of both teams, championship DNA on both ends. Well, you heard the interview with Coach Simon Mitchell in the pregame yesterday, and he said that the NBL takes its inspiration, the closest in international basketball, to the NBA. Whereas the B.LEAGUE is now the rising giant. When I say rising, it's already hit the summit. The fastest growing pro league in the international world at an exponential rate. All the top Japanese players, top international players, both on the East Asia import quota, as well as European and American, coming to the B.LEAGUE. Well, the B.LEAGUE does attract NBA players. Also attracts FIBA Basketball World Cup champions as well. It goes to show the level of talent on both ends of the floor. But now we're ready. Welcome, everybody. Open House Arena, city of Ota, Guma Prefecture, the home of the Guma Crane Thunders. Because now we get the second half underway. Baker looking for a handoff. Now Murphy demanding that ball screen. Takes a tough contested shot that's not going to go. And now NBL Select wants to run. Well, nice pass goes in, extending it to an 8-point lead. This is where NBL Select took advantage. Third quarter early stages, built a big double-digit lead. More inside the paint. That's not going to go. Because he is renowned when he does play for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins as a 3-point sniper. But NBL Select have made it tough for him tonight, as they did yesterday. Lover penetrates. No offensive rebound for the Australians. Marcus Tobin was leading scorer yesterday. That time getting a good look. No foul called. Still B.LEAGUE United searching for those first points. Glover kicks out in the corner. Bannon Now looking to find a gap. Teardrop just won't finish. Well, both teams struggling to really build that identity here in the second half. It's still an 8-point lead at the moment. Well, here's where B.LEAGUE United, which they did a much better job of in the first half. The offense becomes very, very static. That time, Marcus Tobin setting the down screen for Troy Murphy Jr., but no action whatsoever. Nakamura finds Bacon, goes in, finally gets his first 2 points. Well, that's what they need. 12 points in the paint so far tonight here for B.LEAGUE United. They need much better, more aggressive play inside the key. Well, they're getting handoff, kicks out, 3 in the corners up, no good. Well, that was a wide open look. That probably should have been made by Mitch Norton. But this gives B.LEAGUE United a chance to build here. Nakamura penetrates, uses the extra step, and finishes under intense pressure. He's now their second leading scorer with 8 points, right behind Troy Murphy Jr. Nice little hesitation, no help side defense, and what a move by Sam McDaniel. I think they were expecting Baker to come out and stop him, but another quick shot in transition. Well, that's the difference between these two teams, as you can see, but now McDaniel's going to go the length of the floor. McDaniel, time, space, 3. Big offensive rebound, but what a rejection. And a traveling violation is going to be called. Well, B.LEAGUE felt he got impeded, but let's have a look here. That's a nice block coming from behind, and that's coming from Troy Murphy Jr. Still 6 points of separation. Third quarter of play, B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. Now Imamura finds a step back 3, it's up. Just can't get it. No foul called against Baker. Now Bannon wants to run. Kicks this one out. Well, Glover gets the final shot. It's up. And again, beautiful execution by NBL Select. Oh, great work. I mean, 3 players had a good look. Well, that's a case of I've got a shot, but he's got a better one. Moore tries another 3. This time gets it. Felt there was a bit of contact. 9 points tonight for KT Momora. Now he becomes his second leading scorer. A bit of a forced effort coming from DJ Mitchell. Oh, look at another one, Mitch Norton. This time not going to miss it. Misses last one. That all comes down to second chances. B.LEAGUE United, as we mentioned the first half, out-rebounded NBL Select in terms of offensive boards. Got to be able to do a better job. Imamura finds Baker. Made one yesterday. Makes another one. While both teams exchanging three-point buckets. Now a better tempo to this game. Well, nice backdoor play, and again, the defense nowhere to be seen. And the thing is with B.LEAGUE United, they don't want to overhelp because they know it's going to lead to a wide open look from the perimeter. In that case, the defense got caught chasing. NBL Select taking full advantage. Nakamura doesn't get it. Offensive rebound, but a foul has been called. That's now the 8th offensive board of the game for B.LEAGUE United. Kyle Adams subbing back into the lineup, has 10 points. along with Sunday Detch. Changing the backcourt here for NBL Select. Well, Tobin tonight, only 5 points. Coach does have 5 rebounds. Led all scores last night with 17. That foul is going to be number 3 against DJ Mitchell. Tobin unable to hit the second free throw. Now Bannon. Trying to find Sunday Detch. Zadam going back to Josh Bannon. Kick out in the corner, another good look from the perimeter. Now making it a 10-point lead. And Coach Mizuno has got to call timeout as Todd Withers announcing himself here in the second half with his first field goal tonight. And the first time NBL Select have that double-digit lead. Well, we'll return from this timeout in just under 1 minute. Well, live here at the Open House Arena, city of Ota, Guma Prefecture, the home of the Guma Crane Thunders. This arena did see playoff basketball, but only to have their hearts broken by San Antonio Phoenix in the first round. Imamura, nice penetration, now extending up to double figures. 11 points for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphin three-point shooter. Quarter definitely last night was contained and controlled by NBL Select. That's a costly turnover. Now they have numbers. Ikeda pulls up for 3. Well, great work by Genovia Smith. Now giving B.LEAGUE United the possession back on the baseline. Well, here's the 3 by Ikeda. Watch Genovia Smith. And that's the difference in his game today. Going in for the second chance. Eight points of separation. We gotta get it inbound. Ikeda decided to go to Kazuki Hasakawa, but probably could have gone to Baker. Costly turnover. Now Mitchell, step back 3. That's way off the mark. Well, DJ Mitchell did have a very successful year playing within the British SLB when he played for Manchester. That's another turnover. It's becoming just like the end of the second quarter here for B.LEAGUE United. The inability to take care of the basketball. Detch playing in the backcourt along with Kyle Adnam. Another high screen. Adnam pulls up for 3. Probably imagine he's the last player they want to give any time or space to from the perimeter. Well, there's a little jump hook by Imamura. The tip in by Smith, and that's much better. And now it's cut down to 6 points, and he has 6 tonight. Well, he's definitely playing like a player who would fit and thrive in the Japanese B-League, that's for sure. Smith now has 6 rebounds, 6 points. Could he finish with a double-double tonight? Well, timeout's going to be called by head coach Simon Mitchell. We'll be back in just under 1 minute. Under 2.5 to go here in the third quarter. 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. That's another turnover. Adnam that time unable to take care of it. Asakawa had a good look, but Asano gives it up. It's only going to be the third team foul here in the third quarter. Second one tonight for NBL Select. Another look at the foul there. Third foul against Kyle Adnam. Now working a screen here with Smith. Kicks out, wide open look in the corner. 3 is up, 3 is good. Asano. Well, if he makes more of those next season, this arena will love him. 3-point ball game. Almost turning it over. Adnam has made a few tonight. This one way off the mark. 11th offensive rebound for NBL Select. Detch goes baseline. Malia goes in, way off the mark. While B.LEAGUE United, 90 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Could tie it up with a 3. Smith will go for it. It's up. Boom, baby! Genovia Smith. 9 points and his first 3-pointer at the 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. And another timeout's going to be called. That 10-point lead, it is simply disintegrated. What a massive turnaround. There's Ikeda. That time finding Asano. Good McCray Thunders, get ready. And again. Well, big time 3. And here was Genovia Smith leveling things up here in the third. We got a ball game. .123 to go in the third quarter. Kenny Asano with the first 3. Genovia Smith with the second one. Bannon trying to find Sunday Detch. NBL Select. They've dealt with many comebacks. And there's another foul. Because there were 2 times in which B.LEAGUE United made a run at them. And the one thing you'll never find with these Australian players, they'll never push the panic button. They may play aggressively, but they also can play very cool, calm, and collected. Bannon looking to ISO. Nice contact, but he's unable to get the +1. But Bannon will go to the free throw line. That's a great move. And anytime you've got a big man who can put the ball on the floor, that's tough. Josh Bannon, 24 years of age. Yes, while playing for Limoges, he played only 7 games, but he was an 80% free throw shooter. Because he started with the Brisbane Bullets in the 23-24 season in the NBL. And that season, well, 19 games, he averaged 12 points. He was 75% for the free throw line. Makes them both. 59.6. Can B.LEAGUE United go 2 for 1? Well, it's going to be a legal screen against Genovia Smith. That's quite a costly play if you ask me, because that's their 4th and final team foul. So NBL Select should take advantage here, try to get to the free throw line. Well, 2 for 1 is on the cards for them. Bannon, top of the key. Now goes high pick and roll. Pick and pop here with Norton. He'll pop out for 3. That's not going to go. B.LEAGUE United happy to see that one go out of bounds. That's a good action there with Mitch Norton and Josh Bannon. A simple pick and pop to try and get the big man on the perimeter. A little too short on the three-pointer. Now Imamura, got 11 points. Finds a bit of space for the 3, it's up. Well, Sano could have got called for a foul, but again, NBL Select will have the final shot. Norton defended by Ikeda. Another ball screen here from Bannon. Norton puts up the lob. Well, that's great work by Asano, because the plan for Norton was to go for anything, knowing that Bannon could contest for an offensive rebound. But Kenny Asano just came in and prevented that from being second chance points. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll take a 2-minute break and we'll return for the final 10 here at the 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. Welcome, everybody, to the 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. We're live here at the Open House Arena in the Guma Prefecture, the city of Ota. Josh Bannon, along with Kyle Adnam, leading all scorers, along with Angus Glover, combined total of 32 points. On the case of B.LEAGUE United, well, it's their two players, Troy Murphy Jr. and KT Mamora, leading with 11 each. Remember, Troy Murphy Jr. hasn't scored since the first quarter. Second game of this magnificent tournament, a collaboration between the Australian NBL and the Japanese B.LEAGUE. Last night, well, it's a cruise victory in the fourth quarter for NBL. Well, excuse me, for NBL Select. NBL Select getting the first possession, leading by 2 points. Very different going into the fourth quarter from yesterday. Select team from NBL did lead by as many as 10 in the third quarter. There's a kick out, another post entry. Nice give and go. Oh, missed the layup, but the putback. 14-9 for Bannon. Will make that offensive rebound number 12, and what a big one to pick up. Well, it's another offensive foul. I think it's on Kazuki Hosokawa. Yep. Well, the man who does play for the Gilman Crane Thunder. Let's have a look here. Not sure what happened there. Second foul against Hosokawa. Well, another turnover. Now they can run here. Murphy's got a fit. Oh, he misses the wide open dunk. Will get a three. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? Genovia Smith. Welcome to Japan. Well, there's the missed dunk. And then Troy Murphy Jr. trying to go for a three in the corner, but Genovia Smith. Oh, Majide Sugoi Honto ni. Welcome to Japan. My goodness gracious. What an incredible play. But in the end, Bannon's going to go. He'll go back to the free throw line. Well, there's a take by Angus Glover. Nice little dive there, but that time the drop defense. Well, that time specifically, Asano couldn't really drop because it would have been a wide open look in the corner. And that's a fourth foul against Genovia Smith. Well, they're going to take him out of the game because he's been so instrumental today. Well, free throws coming up here for Josh Bannon. He's been terrific today. There's no arguments. Can he give them the further lead they need? Because he has been well defended by Genovia Smith so far in this game. Well, still only a 3-point deficit. They don't want this lead to get any bigger at the moment. Get it down the backcourt. Defended heavily. Trying to build something. Baker's made 1-3. Could have tied things up. He's unable to do so. As now NBL Select looking to build further on this lead. Another missed attempt, but it goes to another offensive rebound. This is where they've hurt them tonight. But again, another tough finish, and I think a timeout is going to be called by head coach Mizuno. The lead has now gone to 5. Well, the 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. NBL Select leading by 5, 66-61. Just over 2 minutes played here in. There's the deep three. And then the offensive board just too easy at the moment. We'll be back in just under 1 minute. Plenty of time left in this game. B.LEAGUE United, many players felt they would be better today, which they have been. Costly turnovers. They probably could be leading this game if they just collectively took care of the basketball. That's going to be a second team foul against NBL Select. Another high screen coming. Nakamura has to get rid of this one. Time is winding down. Masakawa has to go for the three. Three is up. Oh, Baker battling for the offensive board, but it goes out of bounds. And NBL Select will retain this. This is the part of the game where NBL Select want to wear this one down. Play at their tempo. They don't want to rush anything. You don't want to leave him wide open. That's Kyle Adnam. May have got away with that one, but it's called the B.LEAGUE Global Invitational, not the three-point open look invitational. Well, Bacon now picks up his dribble. Gotta get out of the key. Doesn't win a kill for 3 seconds. Final play. Bit of a tough one. Two offenses. Didn't quite get a good look from the perimeter. Got to do better if they want to win this one. Well, Zadman with the penetration goes in. A foul has been called. Now, I don't know if they've called this one on, but that one's on Baker. That would mean Adams going to the free throw line. Here's the penetration. Didn't quite get a block on that, so I think that call has been justified. That's his third personal. Well, Sunday Detch subbing back into the lineup. He's only got 3 tonight. He had 9 last night. Well, you can see the Australian fans who've made the journey here to the Guma Prefecture. Both free throws made. 7-point cushion to NBL Select. Good hands on defense. Nakamura is able to secure this one. But again, time is winding down. There's a penetration. Again, no offensive rebounding coming from B.LEAGUE United. Glover finds Detch. Pump fakes. Gets a dribble off. Finds a three. Bannon offensive board. Gets rejected. Well, what a block, but a foul has been committed. It's unsportsmanlike. So Troy Murphy Jr., who indeed hasn't scored since the first quarter, will be going to the charity stripe. And B.LEAGUE United will retain possession. Well, what a block in the end by Kaishu. And that's Adnan's fourth personal foul. Now, they are going to go to the monitor to review this to see if the decision has been made correctly to upgrade it. So we'll get a look at the replay and find out what further action is going to take place. Well, it's been downgraded to a regular foul, so no free throws coming up here for Troy Murphy Jr. It's going to be a sideline possession. So downgraded from unsportsmanlike to just a regular foul. Still Troy Murphy Jr. scoreless since the first quarter. Murphy Jr. kicks out. You get a wide open look from the three-point line. Oh, it rattles its way in and out. And NBL Select keep this one alive. Just trying to wear down the defense. We'd love to go 2-0 here at the 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. Now Glover working the screen. It culminates into another turnover. Nakamura walks into a three. It's up, and he cuts it down to a 4-point ball game. With just over 5 minutes, he now has 11. B.LEAGUE United's three leading scorers all have 11 points. Troy Murphy Jr., KT Mamora, and now Takuto Nakamura. Game still on. At the mid-range. Can't get it. Rebound secured by Murphy Jr. They want to cut this down to a one-possession ball game. Marcus Tobin. Also a tough fadeaway in the paint, but nobody going in for an offensive board. Well, that could have cut it down, but tough shot by Kaishu. And another penetration, but a foul has been called. Just that time, I just think if someone's about to get in the lane, you've got to come and rotate, because right here, nice move by Josh Bannon. Well, quite a hard foul by Kaishu. Well, Bannon, like I said, has been a terrific free throw shooter tonight. He's got 15 points. He's only missed one free throw. He's 7 out of 8. Has his double-double. Now he's 5 assists away from a triple-double, for that matter. Genevia Smith back in the lineup, along with KT Mamora, one of the leading scorers. Both free throws made, extending it now to 6-point lead. And that's going to be the 5th and final foul against Kyle Adnam. They still have options off the bench. They do have Mitch Norton and also Sunday Desch to play that primary point guard role. But his night indeed is over. Adnam finishing with 12 points. That's another good performance from him tonight. Nakamura, well, again, turns it over, no foul called. Now they want to run. NBL select. Desch had the three-pointer, now goes for a post entry. And that's another foul, so it's going to be free throws coming up for NBL select. Neither team with any fouls to give. Foul is going to be called against Kenny Asano, the current Good McCrane Thunders player. Chance now for Adnam, 7 for 8 from the free throw line. First one good. Makes it both. 3:55 to go. Sellout crowd tonight here at the Open House Arena, B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. Nakamura kicks out. Sano tries to penetrate. Nowhere to go. We'll get a wide open look from the three-point line. Imamura unable to finish that one. Well, it's actually Troy Murphy Jr., excuse me. Patient passing coming here from NBL Select. Looking to go up by double figures. Throwing up offensive rebound. Norton 3. Now it didn't touch the ribs. That's going to be a 24-second violation. So 3:10 to go. Down by 8 this time. Anything is possible here at the B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. McKenna kicks out. Memora had a good look there. Let's hit the tough one. The bank's open. Now cutting it down to 6. With that bucket, indeed, he is now the leading scorer. Remember, 4 players, along with Janivia Smith, Troy Murphy, and Takuta Nakamura, all had 11. And now Imamura leads them. And Smith can't commit another foul. The second chance point, simply too dominant from Josh Bannon. Well, he's got 21 tonight, 16 rebounds, and he's 5 assists away from a triple-double. Well, he got to make this 3 wide open. And also Kawa with a big time. Oh, no, Asano, excuse me. Second 3-pointer tonight for Kenny. Back to a 5-point ball game. 2 minutes left. They've got to be able to finish this game off. Live here in the Open House Arena. Feeling under pressure. He's going to have to force the 3 at a 24-second violation. And NBL Select looked like they're choking a little bit. Sunday Dutch is going to leave the game. Angus Glover coming back in. He's got 10 points tonight. Get a bucket now. Again, just failing to capitalize. And that would have definitely changed the momentum of this game. Now we're into 90 seconds. So this is take inside the paint, extending it to a 7-point lead. What a play by Sam McDaniel. Huge play on McDaniel. This has had some prominence in this game. Right now does have 9 points, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. So 108, he gives them a 7-point lead. We'll be back in just under 1 minute. Welcome back, everybody. 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. Currently, the NBL Select leading by 7 points. They won yesterday. Now a case of holding on for this final minute, 8 seconds. Going for the lob, and again, almost connected with it. They try to go for something quick. Try to make it a 2-possession ball game. Now NBL Select. No mood to rush anything. Trying to hang on and close this game out. Going back to a pass. Finds Bennett. Glover. 3. Wide open. Well, B.LEAGUE United don't have time to waste. Might want to think about going for a 3 here. Ikeda fires 1. 3 is up. No good. That might just do it. Well, second half was a good response. It's a better 3-point shooting tonight from both these two teams. It will be NBL Select who leave with another victory. Because it's been fantastic basketball from both teams. Love the final seconds. It's off cross court. 3 in the corner. 3 is up. Conveniently falls into hands of Josh Bannon. Bannon's going to have 23 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists. And there you have it. NBL Select winning tonight 78-69 against B.LEAGUE United at the 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. And as I said, no argument. Josh Bannon probably will get the Player of the Game award, the MVP. Terrific performance. Shooting 50% from the field, 5 out of 10 in total, 11 out of 12 from the free throw line. Well, there you have it indeed. Great game between two good teams. A fantastic collaboration between the Japanese B.LEAGUE and the Australian NBL. Well, we are going to hear from both teams, get some words from both sets of players, and then we'll run back the best highlights. We'll get some more interviews from key players here at the 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. Coach Simon Mitchell just having some words with Coach Mizuno. Fantastic occasion. Both coaches exchanging pleasantries with each other. Oh, he's a terrific coach, as are many of the others in Australian basketball. Starting as that assistant with Melbourne United and going for 3 good seasons as head coach of Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Well, let's hear now from players in both teams. Anything in Japanese we will get translated.
まずは勝利した NBL セレクトのヘッドコーチサイモン・ミッチェル監督に、お話を伺いたいと思います。Coach, can I get a word with you? Coach, can I get a word with you? NBL セレクトの監督サイモン・ミッチェルヘッドコーチです。本日の試合振り返ってもらいましょう。Coach, reflect on today's game for us.
It was tough, really tough. I got so much admiration for the group right here, B.LEAGUE United. To have so much youth, you're down 9-2, and you turn that game around quick. So much fight. Coaching staff has done an amazing job with them. I'm really proud of our guys. But I'm in awe of what B.LEAGUE United were able to do.
本当にタフ、とてもタフな試合でした。とにかくこの B リーグのこのチームに敬意、を表しております。本当に素晴らしい、パフォーマンスを見せてくれました。そしてコーチングスタッフも本当に、よく仕上げてくれて、もうとにかく彼らにリスペクトの言葉を、語ってくれました。ヘッドコーチから見た B リーグの印象をちょっと聞いてみたいと思います。Coach, what was your impression of Japanese basketball coming in, and did it change any after these 2 games?
Firstly, my impression of Japanese basketball is reflective of the culture of Japan. We've loved our week here, the cuisine, the sights, and most of all the people are just so beautiful. The way the B.LEAGUE has grown over the years from the first time I watched it many years ago to see where it's coming. We have a lot of players from both Australian players and Americans that have come from our league. So we watch the B.LEAGUE, and it just continues to grow into what's becoming a really, really strong international basketball competition.
私の日本のバスケの印象はこの日本の文化を本当に反映していると思う。この1週間、ここで過ごした1週間は本当に素晴らしくて、日本の人たちも本当に温かく迎え入れてくれて、本当に素晴らしい1週間でした。B リーグはリーグとして本当に成長して、急成長している選手も、オーストラリアの選手も活躍しているので、ずっと B リーグを遠くから見てましたし、これから急成長して、本当に国際舞台で戦えるリーグになるんじゃないかなと思っています。それでは最後に、この大会どんな収穫があったのか、そしてメッセージと合わせて、語ってもらいましょう。Finally, tell us what these 2 games meant to you as a team, and a message for our fans here.
Okay, from our perspective, a great experience for me to get to coach this group of men. There's only a couple of them that I've ever had the chance to coach before, and so over the 5 days, 6 days that we've been together, really enjoyed my time. Total pros. And I'm glad each and every one of them were on this trip. As far as my time in Japan and the B.LEAGUE, it's nothing but up, and I love it here and hope to spend more time here at some stage.
この2日間というかこの1週間このチームこの選手たちをコーチできたことは私は本当に光栄に思っています。それが何よりの収穫だった。とにかく私は本当に日本が大好きになりましたということを、コメントいただきました。以上、ヘッドコーチサイモン・ミッチェルヘッドコーチでした。Great game, coach. Thank you. それでは続いて B リーグユナイテッドのヘッドコーチ呼んでみたいと思います。Welcome back. 水野ヘッドコーチです。 水野さん、本日の試合振り返っていかがでしたか？
そうですね、まず、勝てなかったのが本当に悔しいです。ただ、この2日間、本当にここにいる選手、スタッフみんなが、戦いに来るっていうスピリット、その強い意志というものを見せてくれて、しっかり戦うことができたので、そこは、本当に誇りに思っていますし、皆さんにもその自分たちの、気持ちっていうものをコートでしっかり見せられたんじゃないのかなというふうには思っています。で両日、活躍する選手が変わる変わる出て、昨日に関してはマーカスだったり細川だったりが、しっかりいいプレーをしてくれましたし、今日に関しては前半、マーフィーが、思いっきり、プレーをしてくれて、タクトも、いいところでシュートを決めて、でケニーも、皆さんの前で、大事なところ2本スリーポイントを、決めたりと、しっかり、いい形で、自分の、どう表現してできたのかなというふうに思っています。
昨日本当に悔しそうでしたが、今日もリベンジを果たすことはできなかったんですが、昨日の試合を受けて何かこう変化変えたことというか試したこととかあったんですか？
そうですね、プレッシャーを本当にかけてきて、昨日の後半、自分たちが思い通りにプレーをさせてもらうことができなかったので、そこのプレッシャーをどう回避、対応していくのかというところと、ディフェンスは、この期間で準備したこと、しっかりそこのコンセプトを遂行すること、ということを、話してやってきました。だから本当に初日集まって、急増のチームの中、今村選手がキャプテンとしてしっかり自分たちに言い訳せずに戦おうということを言ってくれて、それに対してみんながついてきて、本当に今日何回も話されそうになった中で試合を戻していいゲームというものを見せることができたので、この本当に試みというものがこれからも続いていくように、皆さんには今後も応援してもらいたいというふうに思っていますし、自分たちもこれからまたこういうチャンスが巡ってきたときにできる限りの準備をして成長していきたいというふうに思っています。なので本当にスタッフ、選手に向けて皆さんの温かい拍手をもう一度いただければと思います。ありがとうございました。
最後にですね、水野さん自身にとってもね、思い入れのある場所だと思います。本日水野さん、タオルも掲げている方が多くいらっしゃいますが、最後にファンの皆さんにメッセージをお願いします。
本当に僕にとってもこのオープンハウスアリーナ太田が始まった年にヘッドコーチ、そして2シーズンやらせていただくチャンスをいただいて、こうやって今自分が離れてもう1シーズン経ちましたけど、多くの人が自分の名前のタオルを持ってくれたり、お帰りって言ってくれたり、そういう気持ちっていうものは本当に届いているので、その気持ちをしっかり胸に抱いて、これからもコーチとして成長していけるように戦っていきたいというふうに思いますので、皆さん本当にこれからも群馬クレインサンダーズ含めて温かく応援してほしいなというふうに思いますし、僕がいる時には叶えられなかったプレーオフというものを昨シーズン叶えたので、そこは本当にこのクラブにとっても良かったなというふうに思っていますし、応援している皆さんにとっても報われたシーズンになったのかなというふうに思いますので、また今後とも群馬クレイサンダーズが発展していけるように、そして自分はまた別の立場で日本のバスケットボール界がより良くなっていくためにやっていきたいなというふうに思っていますので、皆さん一緒に頑張りましょう。ありがとうございました。
B リーグユナイテッドヘッドコーチ水野幸太さんでした。ありがとうございます。さあ続いては NBL セレクトの選手をお呼びしたいと思います。Number 13, Josh Bannon. Can I get you up here?バノン選手は本当にインサイドで、ね、特に本当存在感あふれるプレーを見せてくれました。今日の試合振り返ってもらいましょう。Your presence, especially in the paint, was really huge today. Talk about this game.
It was a very physical game again tonight. Credit to this team. We knew after last night they'd come out better again today. For a full 40 minutes, it was very, very competitive, very physical. We've loved playing these games and happy to come out with the win.
今日も昨日に続いてとてもフィジカルでした。このチーム B リーグユナイテッドも全力で来ると思ってたんで、本当に40分最後の最後までファイトを見せてくれて、本当にタフな試合でしたが、本当にいい経験になりました。さて、B リーグユナイテッドの印象を改めて聞きたいと思 きたいと思うんですが、この経験どんな経験だったんでしょうか。What was your impression once again of this B.LEAGUE team and what this experience mean to you guys?
It was an amazing experience. We've loved our time here in Japan. It's a beautiful country. Australians love coming over here for good reason. The culture is special, how polite everyone is and how welcoming. We've got great appreciation for that, and we can see that in the team too. There was great sportsmanship from both teams throughout the games. There was a couple players who stood out. Osakawa's ability to shoot the basketball is very impressive, and we knew coming in today's game we're going to have to lock in on that. But yeah, hard-fought game. We look forward to watching these guys continue to play in the B.LEAGUE and hopefully can continue to build this relationship.
本当に素晴らしい経験でした。日本に来るのが本当に大好きで、このチームと本当に対戦するのが本当に自分自身にもためになったし、本当にいい選手が揃ってて、特に細川選手のスリーは今日は本当マークしないといけないなと思ってたんですけど、本当に最後までフィジカルで、試合でタフな試合でしたが、今後もこの選手たちを遠くから見守って、活躍を、見ていきたいなと、そういうコメントをいただきました。Once again, great atmosphere here tonight. Get a shout out to the fans first.
Yeah, thank you. Gunma, we appreciate you guys coming out tonight. We know some of you might not be familiar with us, but we've greatly enjoyed playing against this select team. So thank you for cheering both ways and your sportsmanship. Great atmosphere. Thank you for having us. We're very grateful.
皆さん本当ご来場と応援ありがとうございました。我々のことを知らない人は多いかもしれませんが、本当に皆さんの前でプレーできたことは本当に光栄に思っています。ありがとうございました。
ありがとう。ありがとう。
それでは最後に B リーグユナイテッドから選手をお呼びしたいと思います。
We'll get it translated what Coach Mizuno said.
今村お願いします。
We're going to get some words now from Keita Imamura. Keita Imamura of the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins led B.LEAGUE United today in scoring, finishing with 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. But let's hear what he has to say.
今ムーコールが入りました。本日の試合振り返っていかがでしたか。
昨日、こういうね急造チームなんですけど、今日もう一回ハードワークして全員で戦い続けようということで臨んだので、その姿勢は皆さんに見せられたのかなとは思います。
普段とは違う環境、違うチームメイト、違うコーチングスタッフ、違う相手、個人的にはどんな収穫がありましたか。
そうですね、まずはねこうやってここオープンハウスアリーナでいろんな色のチームのタオルを掲げてくださっているファンの皆さんがいたり、なんていうんですかね、普段僕はアウェーで来てるこの会場がホームになっているっていうそういう不思議な感覚ではあったんですけど、そういった雰囲気を作ってくれたファンの皆さんには本当感謝してますし、皆さんのおかげで今日こうやって試合ができたと思っているので、まずはそこに本当に大きな感謝をしたいと思います。本当にありがとうございました。
時間が限られた中で、本当コミュニケーションとかチームワークというか、不完全な部分もあったかと思うんですけれども、なんか共に戦って学んだこととかありましたか。
いやまずね、この僕の話を何も聞いてないこの自由さが本当にこのチームの良さかなと思いますし、この急造チーム、このメンバーだからこそなんかこういうクオリティでバスケできてるのかなとも思うので、みんなこの機会をすごく大事にしてチャレンジしたいという気持ちでみんな望んでると思うので、それぞれのこの個人にとっての成長になる機会になればいいな、その機会になればいいなっていうのはすごく思ってます。
さて本当に今村選手のタオルやら、あそこにイマム推しのプラカードとかある、本当にアウェーながら本当応援してくださる方も多くいらっしゃるんですが、このオプアリで応援してくれた2日間本当に応援してくれた皆さんに、一言お願いします。
はい、本当に改めまして2日間本当にありがとうございました。先ほども言ったんですけど、今回のキャンペーンが始まるにあたっていろんな結構思いがあったと思うんですけど、それでも皆さんを少しでも楽しめられたかなっていう思いが僕たちにあるので、皆さんもそういうふうにいていただければすごく幸せですし、まだまだ この期間続くので、自分たちしっかりと、選手たち個人にとってもそうですし、B リーグにとっても成長の場になるように頑張っていきたいなというふうに思ってますので、引き続き応援よろしくお願いします。今日はありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。今村啓太選手でした。ありがとうございます。これからも B リーグユナイテッドの成長と活躍に期待しましょう。さあ、2日間にわたって開催してまいりました B リーググローバルインビテーショナル2025もいよいよ終了となります。この後両チームの選手たちによる記念品の交換を行います。ありがとう
Well,
ござ
there
い
you
ま
heard
した。
from KT Mamora. We're just going to find out if we're going to get any more words from any more players. Looks like we are indeed, possibly. Oh, no, that might be it, of course. Well, we'll translate, of course, what Coach Mizuno had just said. Well, Coach Mizuno's words were that it was unfortunate that we lost both games here at the B.LEAGUE Global Invitation. But we, the staff and the players, are full of energy. Yesterday, the pressure from the opponent was intense and we couldn't play well. But Captain Imamura told us we played strong yesterday, and his words gave us energy again. Coach Mizuno's final words were thank you to all the players and the fans from today. Well, we are going to get it translated what Captain KT Imamura did say, but if you look at what Josh Bannon and Coach Mitchell said, they really appreciated the hospitality and the competitive nature of what was offered in this B.LEAGUE Global. Well, we'll now get translated what KT Imamura's final words were. Well, Imamura said, we played with all of our might today. This arena always ran an away game, but this time it felt like a home. Because he's saying that of having played for Niigata Albirex, also winning a championship with Ruku Golden Kings, and now playing for Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, so he's not used to this being his home arena. Most of my teammates are friendly, but this time, everyone has gained a lot of experience. A big thank you, a big arigato gozaimasu to all the basketball fan no minasan, excuse me. And we, the B-League, will continue to grow, so please continue to support us. Well, those were the final words from KT Imamura. And again, it's a fantastic occasion. The B.LEAGUE Global Invitation, summertime, to look at the very best from the Australian NBL, and of course, the very best here from the Japanese B.League. Well, these teams will respectfully be going to play in their domestic leagues. Of course, the Australian NBL does feature a different time of the season. The B.LEAGUE will be set to commence a 25-26 season in September. The Asia Cup will be coming up this summer, and maybe we'll see KT Imamura and Takuto Nakamura play for the national team this summer. It depends how Coach Tom Avas is going to select his five, because he's got a very tough job with so many elite backcourt players. We are going to take a look at the highlights very, very soon, momentarily. Well, a tough one here for B.LEAGUE United. They knew they were up against a very talented team. But like I said, a great experience and great exposure for both the NBL and the Japanese B.LEAGUE here at the B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. Well, the home fans definitely enjoyed the occasion, getting to see some of the top key players. Well, it's great for some of the local fans who definitely do come here and support the Guma Crane Thunders. They got to see two very good players for them. Well, Kenny Asano hitting 2 3-pointers tonight, only just transferred to them in December last season, coming from San Antonio Phoenix, and also their 3-point shooter Kazuki Hoshikawa, excuse me. Sakawa, one of the best 3-point shooters in the B-League. Well, Kyle Adnam, unfortunately, did foul out, because he did finish with 12 points. Very strong performance from him. And who knows, maybe we'll see some of these NBL select players feature as import players here in the B-League in the season to come. That definitely would be a case for Josh Bannon, who tonight, a dominant performance at 23 points, 19 rebounds, and 5 assists. Well, fans, that's it from me today. I would just like to say thank you for joining us for the 2025 B.LEAGUE Global Invitational. We're finally done here at the Open House Arena in the Goma Prefecture in the city of Ota. But for now, it's arigato gozaimasu, sayonara, and ayasumi nasai. Thank you, goodbye, and good night. We'll see you soon for next season's 2025-26 B-League season.
はい、来ていただきました。本日大活躍、トロイ・マフィージュニア選手です。トロイ、残念でしたけど最後まで追いかけました。今率直な気持ち聞かせてください。
そうですね。やっぱもちろん勝ちをつかみ取れなかったのがちょっと悔しいんですけど、やっぱこんな楽しくていい経験ができる方がなんか大きく感じるから。やっぱ本当にこのいいチームメンバーと NBL の皆さんと試合できて本当に嬉しかったと思います。はい。
オフシーズンの中で行った大会ということで、
はい、
準備は簡単じゃなかったと思うんですけど、どういう気持ちで臨みましたか？
はい、いやちょっと、言い訳っぽく聞こえるんですけど、やっぱ2日練習して試合するのはちょっと誰にもきついと思うんですけど、やっぱ本当にいいメンバーでいいスタッフ陣とこう試合できたので本当に簡単な試合ではなかったんですけど、やっぱこういうなかなかいつもない経験ができるっていうのが本当に楽しかったです。
ただ今日のゲーム2はいきなりオンファイヤーの11得点でスタートしました、
はいはい、
おそらく今日のゲームサンロッカーズ渋谷のファンブースターの皆さん、そして富山のファンブースターの皆さんも大喜びしたと思うんですが、どうですか？
はい、本当に、毎試合ちゃんと自分らしく準備をしてて、やっぱ昨日みたいに入らない日も今日みたいに入る日もいつも同じく準備はしているので、今日はちゃんとそのシュートが入って本当に気持ちよかったし、本当にいっぱいサンロッカーズファミリーと富山も越谷のファミリーも、応援しに来てくれて本当に嬉しかったです。はい、
ありがとうございます。最後 越谷、富山、そして渋谷ファンブースターの皆さん、全国のトロイのファンの皆さんにメッセージお願いします。
本当に、来てくださった皆さんも、バスケットライブで見てる皆さんも本当にありがたいので、これからも頑張るので、応援引き続きありがとうございます。お願いします。
はい、今日大活躍、最後まで追いかけ続けた B リーグユナイテッドトロイ・マーフィージュニア選手でした。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
はい、放送席へ来ていただきました NBL セレクト大活躍の2日間でしたカイル・アドナム選手です。カイル選手、2日間難しい準備の中でのこの初めての取り組みとなる B リーグ、そして NBL とのマッチアップ、今終えてみて気持ち聞かせてください。
With a tough preparation, how do you feel now?
Tired. It's good. It's been a physical 2 days. B.LEAGUE United put on a show. They were a really good team. Tough competition for us. So, yeah, it was amazing. It was great to get a new group of guys together too quickly, and obviously play for some other players from around the NBL that we often don't get the opportunity to.
非常にやっぱり2日間通してタフな試合でしたので、正直結構疲れてますと。でフィジカルな、試合で本当に両チーム激しく、戦った試合でないかなと思います。でもちろんその準備期間が短い、かったりですとか初めての、選手たちやるっていうところで難しさもありましたが同時にそういった、これまでなかなかプレーする機会なかった選手たちとも一緒にこうできたっていうところも非常に楽しい経験となりました。
ただアドナム選手2日間日本